You're watching the USA Softball International Cup presented by Mercy on ESPN. And welcome to Devon Park, the softball capital of the world, as Team USA is taking on Team Australia. I'm Brandon Hart alongside former Team USA outfielder Destiny McElroy. And Destiny, we haven't had this tournament since about 2019. So this is just another great example of a way to showcase the best teams around the world.
Yeah, I think this is a really important event as these teams are gearing up and trying to get familiar with each other as they all try to participate in that 2028 Olympics. I think another big piece of this is Coach Gasso is really trying to nail down that Olympic roster. So there's a big pool of Team USA players on the elite team and the national team. I think she's going to be able to get to see them against international talent. I think a lot of them are also coming out of professional seasons, collegiate seasons, and that's throughout all of the countries. There's quite a few American players on all the different international rosters. So getting to see them all really come here and participate and show their talent is going to be an exciting event.
And so many great teams are coming from all over the world. Japan, China are some of the best teams in the world, and then some up-and-coming teams like Australia, who we're going to see today, as well as American Samoa.
Yes, American Samoa, they have great talent. They've got great hitters in the batter's box, great pitching. They're coached by Sam Ricketts, who is a great coach at Mississippi State. So a lot of up-and-coming teams, like you mentioned. There's going to be a lot of great talent on the field this weekend.
So today, it's Team USA and Australia. We'll have the lineups coming up next. This is the International Cup presented by Mercy. Welcome back to Oklahoma City, Devon Park, and the USA Softball International Cup, as Australia getting ready to come up to bat here against a tough USA defense. And with that outfield of Brady, Coleman, and Wallace, I don't know if many fly balls are going to be hitting the green, is there?
That is a wonderful, I mean, just overall, that field is powerful. Brito at shortstop. Oh, no, we're seeing Flippin at shortstop.
Yeah, Brito over
at third.
But leading things off here for Australia is Olivia Elliott against Lexi Kilfoyle, who's in the circle here to start things off. And she starts off with a ball low. And Elliott is one of those players that is someone who is a college player from here in the States over at South Florida. 1-0. On the ground over to second base. A little bit of a tough hop there for Jefferson. It eats her up a bit. And Elliott is aboard here to start the game.
That's exactly what you want to see out of the leadoff hitter for Australia, just finding your way on base and working that dirt. Making your defense make a play is the name of the game here, and that one ate Jefferson up.
And they will rule that an error on Jefferson. And Shannon Keevers now comes up, another left-handed hitter for Australia. And she'll square around a bunt and bunts it right back towards Kilfoyle. Throw to second, though, and able to get the play as Brito went in front of Kilfoyle and got the lead runner. So not a successful sacrifice, unable to move the runner up.
It was a pretty good executed bunt. Just Brito was able to plant her feet and angle her body to make that throw to second base just in time.
A little bit of a gamble, but it pays off. So 1 out, still runner on first as Shaylin Watman now comes up. That one inside, did it hit her? Yeah, nicked her, I think on the leg there. Doesn't matter, it's enough. She's aboard on the hit by pitch.
Next up, number 21, second baseman, Tamika Whitefield.
So 2 are on here for Australia as we see their starting lineup here. That's Tamika Whitefield in the cleanup spot. She's up right now with Mile on deck. First pitch called strike, and catcher Mulipola liked that one. First called strike here for Kilfoyle as Australia's been getting the bat on the ball early in the count.
I think Australia, I mean, you've just got to come out and attack. I think they understand they're going to be facing some really competitive pitching. So just trying to attack early in the count. I think that's the name of the game for both sides of the field. You want to come in throwing first pitch strikes. And as a hitter for Australia, you understand that that's the goal. You want to take advantage early in the count, try to find your way on base.
So Kilfoyle ahead in the count here, 0-2. And she gets a swing and a miss. So Whitefield goes down swinging, first strikeout for Kilfoyle, and there's 2 away.
Batting fifth, number 64, the left fielder, Alyssa
Made her
Miles.
chase that one around her ankles.
It's a good pitching sequence we're seeing from Kilfoyle. Just trying to get these hitters to chase.
So it brings up Alyssa Mile. First pitch swinging, this with chopper. This is going to be a tough play too. Flip in, it's not in time. Throw to the plate now, and out by, well, a mile is Shannon Keevers.
Australia's first,
And so nobody comes across for Australia, but a little bit of a tough play, but they end up getting the out anyway as Australia unable to get one across the board, and we're scoreless. We'll head to the bottom of the first. No score here in Oklahoma City.
Presenting sponsor Mercy. Mercy has over 5,000 positions.
Live for the bases loaded, for the full counts.
You got this.
Live for the away games, for the strikeouts. Live for the high fives, the pop flies, and the moonshots.
That's my girl.
There's my slugger.
Live for the big moments and the little ones. Live the game like never before.
I am a place that's built on tradition but thrives on momentum, where solid roots keep me grounded and big ideas push me higher, where the streets hum with energy, culture sparks connection, and we celebrate every win together. From the bright lights to the colorful walls, from the sound of progress to the quiet of wide open spaces. I am a place that finds its way into your spirit, your stories, your heart. They call me Oklahoma City, and I've saved you a front row seat.
Australia tried to push one across in the top half of the first, but was held scoreless as we're now down into the bottom half of the first inning as we take a look at the defense from Australia with Mile, Elliott, and Keevers in the outfield. Watman, Scott, Whitefield, and Steamers across the infield with Robinson behind the plate and Grace Rickson in the circle for Australia. And starting lineup for the U.S. and you were talking about it earlier, just so much power from top to bottom in this order.
It's truly amazing to see this lineup put together. It's really the best talent in our country. I mean, Jada Coleman, Maya Brady, I mean, all of those players are playing professionally.
Coleman shows bunt, takes it back for a ball. Jada Coleman just won a championship.
Not new to her. She's won quite a few of those, and it's been a highlight in the softball world this week.
Yeah, 4-time Women's College World Series champion is Coleman with Oklahoma, and then goes on and wins one again with the Utah Talons in the AUSL.
I saw a post saying she doesn't know what it feels like to lose a big game. And that's incredible.
Shows bunt again, takes it low. There's 2 balls and a strike here with Coleman. Of course, Team USA getting their talent from all over the country. Coleman from Texas, and she lines this one to left, but Mile comes in, makes the running grab, and there's one away.
It's a good at bat. Strong hit.
Second, number 7, the left fielder, Maya Brady.
Find a hole.
So now Maya Brady comes up. From the LA area, Thousand Oaks. Former UCLA Bruin. Another left-handed batter for the Stars and Stripes. First pitch called strike here for Brady. Right there at the top of the zone. Just misses off the plate. And ball and 1 striking. Team USA has played Australia pretty recently. Over New Year's, the US went down to Australia and played 4 games. This one's low, 2 balls and 1 strike, but the US dominated those games, won all 4 of them. Australia did not score in any of those 4 games, but this is a different tournament, different atmosphere, and we saw there in the top of the first, Australia nearly scored in their first inning.
Yeah. I mean, I think when you're facing a team like U.S.
Brady skies this one into shallow right field. And making the call is Keevers, but can't come up with it. Brady on her horse. She's on the way to third. The throw gets away into the camera well. And coming in to score is Brady on the error. So there'll be 2 errors on that play. And Brady comes up laughing as she breaks the scoreless tie here in the first.
And that is what you want to see out of your U.S. players. You want to see them hauling around the base pass no matter what. I think you want to see that effort given. It's a great job by Maya Brady on what you would assume a routine out. Find your way scoring.
And actually, they'll give a hit to Brady to start it off, but then the error to bring her home. So would that be, I guess, a triple, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, triple for Brady. As Tiare Jennings now comes to the plate. The U.S. up 1-0. And that's the thing about a team like the U.S. that is so good, can't afford to have those sort of mistakes.
Yeah, you cannot afford that. Defensively, you've got to be able to support your pitcher, get behind her, make those routine outs.
Luckily for Australia, it just counted as 1. But as we saw in Australia, 1 was all they needed. They scored a lot more runs than that in those 4 games in Australia, but Australia, again, did not score in those 4 games over New Year's. Now Rickson is behind in the count, 3-0 here to Tiare Jennings. 3-hole hitter here for Team USA. Another former Sooner. Right down the middle for a strike. Looked like Jennings was taking all the way there. Another 4-time College World Series champion. One from Rickson. Missed outside, so that's ball 4. Rickson's first walk here of the first inning. And Skylar Wallace now will come up to the plate here for Team USA. It's another left-handed bat.
Skylar Wallace.
So US has a runner on first and just 1 out.
U.S. is, I think, trying to make Rickson really work. They're trying to work the strike zone, make her throw pitches in the zone.
Waits on it, fouls it off to the left side. Skylar Wallace had a great year in the AUSL this year. This one's low. Ball and a strike.
This entire lineup were standouts. I think I've seen majority of these names on different graphics throughout the AUSL season of home run leaders, average, most hits.
Tries to sneak it down the left field line, but that will find the seats as well. Ball and 2 strikes to Wallace. And yeah, talk about leaders. Wallace was the leader in batting average, hit .482 this year. Also led the league in RBIs, stolen bases, doubles, hits. I mean, if it was a hitting category, just about she led it. That's why she's batting in the cleanup spot here for USA. And this one's ripped down the right field line. Does it have enough? Yes, it's a home run. 2-run shot for Skylar Wallace. And the U.S. leads 3-0 here in the first.
I love how effortless that swing is. It's just so smooth to contact.
Take another look here.
Sees the ball so well, just up in the zone, getting that barrel up, getting some pop on it and sending it out.
She had fouled a couple going the other way to that left side, but found something she was able to turn on and drives it out of the yard. So Deja Nulipola comes to the plate now here for Team USA, up 3-0 here. Bottom half of the first, just 1 out still. Rickson wants to call time. Maybe reset the signs here. First pitch swinging, that gets by second base and goes all the way to the wall. Nulipola all the way into second base with a stand-up double. And the U.S. isn't done just yet. Fly, Eagle, fly.
And a lot of these girls, or just about this entire starting lineup, came off of the AUSL season just a few days ago. So they're all warmed up, ready to go. They haven't been sitting all summer. Some of them play in the Japanese league.
Which that's more towards fall and winter, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're 3 months on, 3 months off.
So Megan Grant now comes up to try to keep it going. That one's in the dirt, but skips away by Robinson, and Lipolo moves all the way over to third on the wild pitch.
Megan Grant, just an all-around athlete. Played at UCLA, played basketball.
That's right, played her senior year for the Bruins, and that was a good year to play for them. Ended up winning a championship on the basketball side.
But she has been absolutely mashing in the box.
And maybe a little bit low, maybe a little bit outside. 2 balls, no strikes to Grant. Made the All-AUSL team as the utility player. Today she gets to start as the DP. And she smacks this one into left field. Underneath it is Mile, and looks like it's going to be deep enough for Lipolo to come in. And she'll score on the sacrifice fly, and the U.S. now leads 4-0. Does enough to get her in.
Yeah. I think that's not typically a pitch that you'd see Megan Grant go after, kind of down and out, but she was able to kind of send it back to where it came from and get the run across the board, and that's really all that matters right now. Just putting some runs on the board for your team.
U.S. up now 4-0 in the bottom of the first, with Hannah Flippen now to the plate. First pitch swing, chops it over to third. Watman has it, and the U.S. is retired, but not before 4 runs come across, with the big fly coming from Skylar Wallace, a 2-run shot that helps Tulsa, or helps the U.S. get up 4-0 as we go to the top half of the second.
And we're all looking for a better way. From ball field installation, renovation, and grooming to turf aerating.
United States leads Australia 4-0 as we head in the top half of the second inning. As U.S. got a little bit of help, but they also helped themselves as well. 2-run homer from Skylar Wallace, the highlight of that first inning, and now 6, 7, 8 due up for Australia. First pitch from Lexi Kilfoyle, still in the circles, a strike on Chelsea Robinson, the catcher. Australia, they can't get them all back at once, so no need to swing for the fences, and this one's chopped right back up the middle, and Kilfoyle unfortunately deflects it away from Flippin, and I'm not sure if Flippin or Jefferson would have had it behind her, but after that deflection there, had no shot.
Yeah. I mean, that was a pretty hard hit, kind of a reactive move from Kilfoyle, kind of knocking it away, but it's a tough play to make after that.
So leadoff batter aboard again here for Australia, and Kylie Steamers now comes up. She looks at a called strike right at the knees. Righty-righty matchup. Little check swing, swinging bunt, and it's going to stay foul. Looked like it was trying to spin fair, but Jennings picks it up in foul ground, and that's strike 2.
I think a lot of these hitters are just trying to make contact. It doesn't seem like they're trying to swing too hard. They're not swinging for the fences. Just get the bat on the ball and make Team USA make plays. Put that pressure on the defense. I think they understand. I mean, this pitching staff is pretty tough.
Just missed outside. Millie Pollard kept it there, trying to get that called strike, but counts now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kilfoyle, another one who had a great year in the AUSL, 6-0 with a 1.95 ERA. There, she gets the swing and the miss.
Great attempt by Mulipola. Trying to get that runner at first on the comeback from the leadoff. Sharp throw, perfect placement, just missed her.
Almost a backside striker out, throw route. Second strikeout for Kilfoyle, brings up the number 8 hitter, Amber Hood. DP today for Australia. Shows bunt briefly and takes it back for a ball. There's a called strike on the inside corner. Ball and 1 strike to Hood. Kilfoyle, former Cowgirl at Oklahoma State. All-American in 2024. Final year there in Stillwater. Just tries to fight it off to the right side. Ball and 2 strikes to Hood. Ball and 2 strikes here for Hood. And a foul tip into the mid of Mulipola. That's strikeout number 3, 2 in a row here for Kilfoyle. There's 2 away.
It's a great pitch. See her working all sides of the plate.
Batting 9th in the order and playing shortstop, number 4, Madison Scott.
Brings up Madison Scott now, the shortstop. Scott's another one that played collegiately here in the States. Scott was at Eastern Kentucky. She takes a called strike on the outer edge. Also spent a couple years at Odessa College. Bats here with 2 outs. A runner on first. Tries to poke it to that left side, but fouls it off. Scott playing shortstop today. Behind on the count here, 0-2. Kilfoyle trying to strike out the side after giving up an infield single. A strike away from doing it. And she does. Swing and a miss there from Scott. 3 straight strikeouts. Kilfoyle has 4 so far on the night as the U.S. leads 4-0 heading to the bottom half of the second. U.S. leads 4-0 over Australia, now into the bottom half of the second. And a little tale of the tape between the U.S. and Australia, 10-0 all time. Are the Stars and Stripes. Australia in the number 11 program in the world. The United States ranked second coming into this tournament. We've talked about it a little bit, about that Down Under exhibition series over New Year's. How the U.S. won all 4 of those games, but there have been close matchups between these two.
Australia has a pretty competitive team. And they know that they are constantly working to be better, to climb those rankings.
And just back in 2024, in the Softball World Cup in the group stage, the U.S. had to go to extra innings to win, and they won that one just 1-0. Burrito takes ball 2, 2-0.
I think one thing to note is that in 2032, the Olympics will be in Australia. So getting that time, getting this competition, getting that scene set for this Olympic team to compete at home. Got some time to really progress, and I think facing competition like Team USA and all of the teams here in town this weekend.
That one chopped into the hole. It's short and able to get by Scott for a single for Burrito. Yeah, Australia looked to qualify for the Olympics here in a couple of years.
Next up, number 22,
And
the second baseman, Janae
again, as the
Jefferson.
number 11 program, they're kind of on that bubble, but
Yeah.
you know, games like this and this weekend can really show what they need to improve on, or you know, what their strengths and weaknesses are.
Yeah.
Janae Jefferson bunts this one foul.
I think it's a good opportunity all around for even the top teams to get to face one another and understand the international level, because it is a little bit different from the AUSL, the professional league, the NCAA. There's quite a few differences internationally. Run rules are different, tiebreakers are different, distance of fence is different. Couple different rules in the batter's box.
Yeah.
I mean,
Showing bunts and
yeah.
all that. There are some subtle changes on these sort of things.
So just adjusting to that international game and figuring out who your competition is. I think this is going to be a really good weekend for all teams involved to really get their development going. And like I mentioned in the open, I mean, Coach Gasso has a large pool of athletes that she only gets to select 16?
I think that's right.
16 athletes? It might even be 15. Let me text Chris. But I mean, regardless,
small number.
that's a very small number. When you're looking at 2 very competitive teams, we had the elite team competing earlier today, women's national team right now.
That one smacked into deep right field. How about that from the 9 hole? A 2-run shot from Janae Jefferson. And you mentioned it when we were going over the lineups. There is power up and down the order, and to get something like that from your 9 hole, that's going to be tough to compete with.
And Janae Jefferson has been such a great athlete, and she's a true triple threat. I mean, obviously we're seeing her hit home runs, but she's in that 9 hole to get that lineup turned over and find her way on base. But when you can have somebody in the 9 hole who can also send balls out of the yard, that's tough to beat. I mean, Janae Jefferson is an elite athlete and tremendous in the batter's box.
So Australia has faced the order 1 time, and that is going to be enough for Grace Rickson. We'll have a new pitcher for Team Australia as the U.S. leads 6-0 still in the bottom half of the second. We'll tell you all about the new pitcher in a moment.
Pitching for Australia,
U.S. up 6-0 as we're in the middle of the bottom of the second inning with Grace Rickson, the starting pitcher for Australia, knocked out of the game, and the new pitcher is Jamie Redcliffe. First pitcher, Jada Coleman, swings right through it. Coleman 0 for 1, fly to left, her first time up. But Redcliffe's another one that went to school here in the States, went to Northern Colorado from 2014 to 2017. Takes something off, misses outside. Ball and a strike.
We were talking earlier just about the size of the roster for the Olympic team. It was clarified. Kelly Kretschmann, shout out to her. 15.
15, okay.
So that is a tough decision.
Fouled back. Ball and 2 strikes here. Redcliffe was a second team All Big Sky Conference selection her senior year in 2017. One-two to Coleman. On the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes now here to Jada. Smacked into left again, and coming in, going out, and getting under it is Mile to make the catch, and Coleman's 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts that way. So 1 out here in the second. As Redcliffe retires her first batter, which book was closed on Grace Rickson. An inning plus, 5 hits, 6 runs. They were all earned. A walk and no strikeouts, but Redcliffe in the circle now here for Australia. Maya Brady looks at ball 1. Brady had maybe the most eventful at-bat the first time through the orders. Had that high fly ball that Keevers came in and overran, missed it right behind her. And Brady didn't just jog it out, showed that she was hustling. It wasn't exactly one that looked like it was going to be a tricky play or anything like that. It wouldn't be surprising to see someone just kind of jog it over to first and be content with a fly out to right, but she knew something might happen, and it did.
Yeah, and those are the difference makers. Those are the players that get to this level. It's when you're hustling out routine fly balls and stretching triples out of routine ground balls that accidentally fall in shallow right field. I mean, just on your horse, getting your way to third base, and then the throwing error allowed her to score.
So 3 balls and a strike here to Brady. Nobody on, 1 out here for the U.S. Up 6-0. Check swing does not go. Brady's aboard on the walk. Brings up Tiara Jennings. Walked her first time up. It came around and scored on the Wallace homer. But no matter where you are in the order, it's not like you can take a break, and you're not going to be able to take a break here with Jennings. First pitch swinging right off the handle, and bad luck there as Brady caught off a first double play, and that will end the inning. Redcliffe comes in, retires 3, but not before Janae Jefferson knocks Rickson out of the game with this 2-run shot. It's 6-0 Stars and Stripes.
107.7 The Franchise, your flagship station for Oklahoma.
U.S. up big here on Australia, 6-0 early. We're into the top half of the third inning. And a look at the International Cup history. It used to be known as the World Cup of Softball. Started back in 2005. 21 different countries have competed in this tournament. American Samoa, I think, is going to be the first time that they've competed in this tournament. But the U.S. has dominated the tournament in the past. 11 of the 14. Japan's won the other 3 titles. And wouldn't be surprising if one of those 2 teams doesn't come away with this one this year.
Yeah. I mean, Japan is a tough team to beat. I think that's one of the main goals for Team USA, is to come out on top of Japan year after year through the Olympics. I think that's the biggest competition. But again, all these teams have time to keep climbing the ranks.
8 teams here this weekend and split into 2 pools of 4. U.S. and Australia in Group B, along with China and Canada. On the other side, the U.S. elite team, another group of athletes from the United States, as well as Chinese Taipei, which the elite team had to go to extra innings to beat Chinese Taipei, and then Japan and American Samoa, the other 2 on that side of the bracket. First pitch swing, Olivia Elliott sends this one on a ride to right, but a little too much underneath it. Skylar Wallace is there for the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. Brings up Shannon Keevers. Keevers 0 for 1, grounded into a fielder's choice her first time up, but she was trying to bunt Elliott up to second base, but Alyssa Brito at third base made a nice play to get the lead runner out at second. Looks to bunt her way on this time, but takes it back for a called strike. Kilfoyle still in the circle. 4 strikeouts. He's given up just 2 hits. On the ground over to first, and Jennings has it, steps on the bag, easy play, and there's 2 away. Both the hits against Kilfoyle haven't left the infield, though.
42.
Just taking a look at this infield and the amount of talent you're seeing at all the positions. I mean, Janae Jefferson over at second, Hannah Flippin at shortstop, Alyssa Brito at third, and Tiara Jennings. And they're all interchangeable. I mean, they're so talented.
Watman looking at strike 1 here. Hit by a pitcher first time up. Yeah, everywhere you look is talent, even in the dugout.
Yeah.
Checked her swing, did not go. Ball on a strike to Watman. Played at Cal State Northridge for a couple of years, San Diego State before that, Pensacola State Junior College to start her collegiate career. A little bit inside here. 2 balls and a strike to Watman.
Ourselves a softball head.
I don't know if there is a mascot here, but I think we might have found one. Right back to Kilfoyle. She has it, and a very easy third inning. Just a 7-pitch inning there for Kilfoyle, and it takes us to the bottom half of the third inning. It's 6-0 U.S.
Live for the bases loaded, for the full counts.
You got this.
Live for the away games, for the strikeouts.
Oh, man.
Live for the high fives, the pop flies, and the moonshots.
That's my girl.
There's my slugger.
Live for the big moments and the little ones. Live the game like never before.
I am a place that's built on tradition but thrives on momentum, where solid roots keep me grounded and big ideas push me higher, where the streets hum with energy, culture sparks connection, and we celebrate every win together. From the bright lights to the colorful walls, from the sound of progress to the quiet of wide open spaces. I am a place that finds its way into your spirit, your stories, your heart. They call me Oklahoma City, and I've saved you a front row seat.
4-5-6 due up for the United States, up 6-0 here on Australia. Bottom half of the third, Skylar Wallace leads things off. She's 1 for 1. Two-run homer out to right field, and she bunts her way on this time. Couldn't have two more different hits. If she caught Australia by surprise, I think she caught all of us here at Tevin Park by surprise.
I mean, read the defense. What a great job. What a good decision. Seeing that Scott is playing deep third base, Skylar has the speed. Perfect placement. I mean, she knew what she wanted to do, and she executed.
It's a one-on here for Mulipola, who doubled and scored her first time up as she lined it right by second base and went all the way to the wall. Mulipola in that low crouch of a stance. Runner goes, and swiping second base is Wallace. She led the AUSL in stolen bases this year. She had 6 of them, and she has one here.
She is quick. Got that foot down in the backside of that base.
In fact, she had the first ever stolen base in AUSL history.
She's fun to watch.
2 balls and a strike to Mulipola. Runner in scoring position now with the U.S. up 6-0. Missed outside. 3 balls now and a strike to Mulipola. First base open here after the stolen base. But against this great of a lineup, you'd hate to put anybody on base if you're Australia. That one's lifted into the air into left center field. No doubt about that one. Another homer for the Stars and Stripes. Two-run shot for Mulipola. And the U.S. is up 8-0.
That is a pitch that was tight. I mean, you've got to do something like that, and with the strength of Mulipola, and the mechanics, and just the overall hitter that she is, she's going to destroy that pitch every single time.
Third homer of the game for the U.S. has them up 8-0. Megan Krant now at the plate. Had a sacrifice fly her first time up. So no official at bat for the designated player.
Just for international rules, we have already entered run rule territory. It is 7 after 5 innings, 10 after 4, and 15 after 3.
A little different from college ranks, where it's just you have to go 5 and it's 8 after 5. So a little bit different with the international rules. So this one's fouled back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So yeah, if the U.S. can push 2 more across here and then hold Australia in the top half of the fourth, it'll be over.
Yeah.
Nobody on, nobody out, though. Called strike there on Grant. Looks like she may have disagreed with that one a bit, trying to refocus here. And she does by slapping it right back up the middle. Another hit for the U.S. And Grant's aboard with the single.
Seeing a lot of these hitters really work the count, not swinging at bad pitches.
Yeah, it's real different the way these two teams have approached offense today, where Australia, they're trying to be
Attacking early.
aggressive,
Yeah.
get the ball in play, where the U.S. saying, hey, I'm going to wait for my pitch. And then they've smacked it around when they have. Hannah flipping now up. Grounded out to third her first time up. Two-0 here to Flippin with runner on first base. Flippin from Bonita, California, just south of San Diego. She's way ahead in the count now, 3-0. Redcliffe came in the second and pitched well. Struggling here in the third, though, as Patty Gasso tries to push a couple more across here in the third.
Coach Gasso, her second game of the day.
And this one's hit high into the air and to right. Underneath it, though, Keevers makes the catch, gets it in quickly to keep Grant over at first. And there's one out. Yeah, Coach Gasso. I don't know how she's doing the long sleeves today, but it is hot.
Protecting from that sun. And she's been out here. She was coaching the U.S. elite team at the 4 o'clock game, right in the dead of the heat.
So we got a pinch hitter here. As Aubrey Leach comes in to pinch hit for Brito. Ball one outside here to Leach. Leach from the Woodlands, Texas, in the Houston area. All-American at Tennessee. That one bounces well in front of the plate. Just got away from Redcliffe, but a good block there from Robinson to keep Grant at first. Go back to that chalk and trying to get a better grip. Called strike right at the top of the zone. Leach had a great career at Tennessee. All-time leader in runs and walks. So she has that great eye. She fouls this one off to the side. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Saw that ball slip out of Redcliffe's hand, and I'm just thinking of the temperature and the humidity that they're probably not really used to. This Oklahoma heat is insane this week, and I'm looking up the weather in Australia. It says 56 and clear.
3 balls, 2 strikes here to Leach now, who just mentioned. Great eye at the plate. She's worked the count. Second in Tennessee history in on-base percentage. Runner was going, doesn't matter, it's ball 4. Second walk for Redcliffe. This one puts runners at first and second base. And Janae Jefferson comes up to the plate. She had a big fly in the second inning. 2-run homer out to right. See what she does here with runners at first and second. Looks at ball 1 outside. U.S. up 8-0. Had 4 runs in the first, 2 in the second, and 2 are already in here in the third. Fouled off to that left side, 2 balls and no strikes. Redcliffe trying to figure this one out. Ball and a strike here with Jefferson. Just missed outside. Hitter's count now for Janae Jefferson. Was a second-team All-American 3 times at Texas. And that one gets away from Robinson. Both runners move up. Here on ball 3 on Jefferson. Mentioned it a moment ago, if they can get to 10, the scoreless 4th would end it. Base hit could get them there. In the dirt, that's ball 4, so Jefferson works another walk. 2 straight walks from Redcliffe. 3 on the day, and this one loads the bases for the top of the order and Jada Coleman. And that'll be a meeting here on the mound, and looks like we're going to have a new pitcher as Amelia Fidge comes into the game, and she's one of the younger members of the team as she just finished her senior year at Hawaii and was all Big West first team. Didn't only pitch, she also played first base, a little DP as well.
Now in the circle for Australia, number 55, Amelia Fidge.
Really made her mark
Once again, number 55, Fidge.
at the plate, but looking at Australia, founded in 1949, softball introduced by U.S. Sergeant William Duvernay, World War II. Australia, they call themselves Aussie Spirit. Fidge trying to have some spirit to get out of this jam. She's put in a tough position by this U.S. lineup, and right now Patty Gasso all smiles, seeing her team up 8-0. Had to grind through her first game today with the U.S. Elite team, going to extra innings to beat Chinese Taipei. This one a little bit more under control. Up 8-0, bases loaded, just 1 out. And I don't know if it's been planned that way, but this is how it's worked out for Australia. But first 2 pitchers have just gone 1 time through the order. They've faced 9 batters and then brought in the next one. It's Amelia Fidge.
Now batting number 10, Jada Coleman.
Jada Coleman, though, she's 0 for 2. She's flying out to left twice. She bats here with the bases loaded and just 1 out. First pitch swinging, fouls it off to the left side. Fidge as a pitcher for the Rainbow Warriors, 1-2. The 4.52 ERA. Spent a lot of time over at first where she led the Big West with an .800 slugging percentage. Took something off there, and Coleman looks at it for a strike. 0-2.
Yeah, it's a pitch we haven't seen a whole lot of. Mixing in that change is really important facing these hitters.
So Coleman in a bit of a hole now, 0-2. Swings and misses for strike 3. First strikeout for these U.S. hitters. There's 2 away, and Fidge is halfway to getting out of this jam she was put in. 3 strikes, and Coleman unable to come up with anything there. Brings up Maya Brady. Brady 1 for 1, tripled her first time up. Walked her last time. And a called strike on the outer edge. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Fidge is 0-1, just misses away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Wonder if later in the week might see Fidge hit a little. Hit 9 homers this year.
Surely. They'll put her in the lineup and just give her some opportunities.
And this one smacked into deep center field. Going back is Elliott. It's a grand slam. Maya Brady clears the bases. And the U.S. is up 12-0.
Maya Brady has just been on fire consistently throughout the professional league. Now in her first game here, she is unstoppable. Seeing the ball so well.
Gives the salute as she crosses home plate and brings up Tiare Jennings. The U.S. up 12-0. Called strike. Jennings, the 9th batter of the inning. Jennings 0 for 1, lined into a double play to end the second. Walked and scored her first time up. And this one's hit high into the air into left, but underneath it is Mile. Positioned perfectly, makes the catch and ends the third, but not before the U.S. pushes 6 across. As a couple of big flies, first from Mulipola, and she crushed one to center field, a 2-run shot. And then it was Maya Brady clearing the bases, a grand slam, almost in the same spot. U.S. up 12-0. United States trying to close this one out, up 12-0 here in the top half of the fourth. And a new pitcher for the Stars and Stripes is Rachel Garcia, 29-year-old from Palmdale, California. Right-hander out of UCLA. She'll look to close this one out for the U.S. We mentioned it before, but again with the international rules, up by 10 after 4 innings gets you the win. And the U.S. has a couple of runs to play with if they want to, but I'm sure Garcia would like a clean inning.
Leadoff hitter number 21, second baseman Tamika Whitefield.
As Tamika Whitefield at the plate.
Seeing a little bit of defensive changes here. We got Jennings over at shortstop, Flippin over at third. Like Skylar Wallace over at first.
No, 1 called strike on the outside edge. Nothing in 2 now to Whitefield. Whitefield struck out her first time up, 0 for 1. And a swing and a miss here for strike 3 as Garcia strikes out the first batter she faces. Whitefield can't come up with that one. Brings up Alyssa Mile. Infield single her first time up. So Kilfoyle today, 3 innings, 2 hits, no runs, strikes out 4, including 3 in a row, and did not walk a batter.
The team has looked really sharp offensively, defensively, in the circle.
Yeah, really the only mistake today from the U.S. was on the leadoff hitter, that error on Jefferson, but that was a bit of a tough play. Had to charge in on it and just got caught in between a hop against Olivia Elliott, who has some speed. Fouled off right side, and that one finds the netting into the camera well there. 2 balls and a strike here for Mile.
We've got Jocelyn Erickson behind the plate.
Yeah, I thought we had a new catcher too.
Aubrey Leach in right field. Still got Coleman in center and Brady in left. And Jefferson remains at second base.
This one's high. Ball 4, first walk of the game for U.S. pitchers. It's 1 out and 1 on, and Chelsea Robinson now comes up. Also had an infield single today. Well, it looks like we might have a pinch hitter here. It's Madison Schofield. Comes up to the plate. Schofield, another one that went to college here in the States. This is one misses away. 1 ball, no strikes to Schofield. Played at Texas A&M International, where she was the 2-time first team Heartland Conference and then 1 player of the year her senior year. Swings through that one, a ball and a strike. Had a great senior year. Hit .326 with 11 homers to win that Conference Player of the Year. Bats here with a ball and a strike against Rachel Garcia. Called strike on the inside corner. Ball and 2 strikes. Garcia is one of those players that's trying to get back to the Olympics. She was on the team in 2020 that won silver. I guess the 2020 Olympics. We call it the 2020 Olympics. It was in 2021, but we call it the 2020 Olympics. One, 2, a bit high. Evens things up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Australia needs at least 3 runs to extend the game. Off the handle, and a nice catch from Jefferson right at the edge of her range there to get that one. And there's 2 away.
What an amazing play, just turning and going and reaching. You'd never know. Just make that attempt, and she came up with it.
Number 29, Kylie Steamers.
Kylie Steamers now comes up here for Australia. It's Aussie Spirit down to their last out. First pitch called strike. Steamers struck out swinging her first time up. It was the first of 3 in a row for Kilfoyle. Nothing in 2, and Australia down to its last strike. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first, and the U.S. up 12-0 on Australia. The 0-2 missed away, and the Steamers lives to see another pitch. The 1-2. Just missed off the outer edge, and Garcia wanted that one.
It's a really good pitch.
Two balls and 2 strikes to the Australian first baseman. That one missed a little inside. That one a little bit more off the plate, but Garcia still wanted it. The runs account full, so Mile will be running here. With a full count and 2 outs. The 3-2 on the ground, foul to the left side.
Steamer just finding her way to stay alive.
Full count again. 3-2 gets the swing and a miss for strike 3, and that will do it. The U.S. wins 12-0 over Australia, as only last 4 innings as Australia no runs, 2 hits, 1 error. The U.S. 12 runs on 9 hits and 1 error, as well as Lexi Kilfoyle gets the win. 3 innings, gives up 2 hits, no runs, no walks, strikes out 4. The loss goes to Grace Rickson. Goes an inning, gives up 5 hits and 6 runs, walks 1, doesn't strike out a batter, but it was the power today that was really on display for the U.S.
They outperformed offensively, defensively. They were so fun to watch. I'm excited for the rest of this weekend. A
great start to the weekend for the United States. Kilfoyle with tons of strikeouts. Jefferson going deep to right as the U.S. hit ball after ball out of the yard. So for Destiny McElroy, I am Brandon Hart saying so long from Oklahoma City, where the final score is the United States 12, Australia nothing in 4 innings. All USA games for the International Cup presented by Mercy, airing on ESPN Networks, are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN. We'll see you tomorrow night.